Hey everyone, welcome back to our McGee Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Brattleboro, Vermont video. First, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, Green Mountain Mobile Blasting and Powder Coating of Johnson, Vermont. They can take care of all your mobile blasting needs. They do in-house blasting, they do mobile blasting. They can blast log cabins, vehicles, vehicle frames, stone wall, brick walls, concrete, pretty much anything that can be blasted, they can blast. They also use eco-friendly media, and they have a dustless blast system, so it's water, so it keeps the air pollution down. Okay, moving on. I apologize in my last video. I had sniffles, still got them. Just a weather change here in Vermont. Went from really, really cold to now it's 38 degrees. So it's almost short material at this time. So, yeah, we're gonna get back to McGee Chrysler and Jeep. This is part number 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll put it up here somewhere. Again, I do apologize. When I'm reading, it's hard because I'm looking at lettering that big. So I apologize sometimes with my reading. So let's get to it, okay? So we did in our last video, the most recent ones. Now we're just gonna come back just a little bit, just to get an overall of what this dealership does do. If you have any dealership in your area that you've been scammed or anything like that, please let us know. V802, so number V, 802 speed, SPEED at gmail.com. Let me know the issue. Let me know what you're dealing with, and we will try to help you. I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we started this second channel, is to try to help consumers, because we have been through it ourselves. So let's do a quick little rundown for some of these people that are in Vermont. And I'm sure it's like all the other places. If you have an issue with a dealer, it doesn't have to be a brand new car. If you're buying a used car, if you're buying, if you got a vehicle and the service is an issue, if you bought a vehicle and you're going 3-4 hours to get it and you put a deposit down and you get there and the vehicle's gone, there's ways to work around that. There's ways to make it right, let's say. So in Vermont, we have the Office of Attorney General. Never, ever, if you go to a dealership and you get screwed or you feel like you get screwed, don't walk away from it. Don't just say, okay, you know what, lesson learned, I'm gonna write a bad review and let them keep my money. Don't do that. So you got Attorney General. Under the Attorney General, you have Consumer Assistance Program. They deal with a lot of things. I think I actually have a copy here. I will put up. Oh, damn. I think it's actually on my recording device. I will actually put it up here that says something about the consumer program. But you put in a complaint with these guys. If you don't like the turnout with these, you can also, for example, some of these Dodge dealerships in Vermont have a Vermont Auto Cap group, so they're a part of a group. You can put out in a complaint against a group. If the complaint does not go your way, you can appeal it. When you appeal it, you actually go in front of a board, I believe. I believe it's a board of 6 people. I think 3 are part of their company and 3 are not, or it's some weird thing where you can actually go and it's not just online typing it and you won't feel justified. You actually have a way out. You have a way to speak your mind. I always record. If you're gonna go to a dealership for anything major, record it. Here in the next couple videos, I will do a personal video on what I'm dealing with right now. It's in the process of being solved, but I will discuss it, discuss what happened, and discuss the turnout. So this information is definitely vital to have. Okay, also, we are doing a giveaway, 100 subscriber giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber, to enter. That's it. So hit your subscribe right now, like this video, and then you're entered in all giveaways from this point on. And we actually do a lot of giveaway in our old channel, and we will be doing them in our new channel. Okay, so now back to this tiny ass writing. Okay, this dealership is fantastic at scamming people. The salesman won't give me the price of the vehicles, claiming they go by month payment amounts. That's bullshit. If they say that, fucking get out of, well, sorry, fracking, get out of there. That's wrong. The reason they want to go by your payment amounts is so they can screw you on what the vehicle price is going to be. So say you get a $40,000 car, right? You're doing 60 months with it. Say it's going to be $700 a month. Okay. If you tell them, hey, you know, I want to do a $700 a month, you know, they say, okay, let's go to 42 months and I can do it at $7 a month. That $40,000 vehicle just turned into $47,000 vehicle. So never, ever, ever, you never shop by your monthly payment. Even if you know it, you never tell the dealer what it is. All you do is you keep working things down. There's a lot of great dealerships or YouTube content creators out there. Like, I would say a good one is OC Motivator, Chevy Guy. I think I have some of their information down in my descriptions on people I watch, I like watching. Or Chevy Dude, sorry, not Chevy Guy. Chevy Dude. Never ever let them know what your monthly payment is. Ever. Because that's their way to screw you over. So at that point, I just said, you know what? I'm done with this dealership. And unfortunately, again, a lot of these things that I'm reading on here on different reviews are the same stuff. The guy basically told me they were selling, okay, monthly payments. The guy basically told me he would sell me any car I wanted and didn't really consider I couldn't afford it. I chose a 2016 Chevy Trax purchased in August of 2019. They sold me an extended warranty when the factory warranty hadn't expired yet. Again, pay attention to that. That's not their responsibility. That's yours. It's a scumbag thing for them to sell you an extended warranty. But you as a consumer, that's your responsibility too, to make sure they don't sneak that in. When they give you the paperwork, they try to beat you down. They try to make you wait, 2-3 hours and stuff. They know you want to get done. You want to get out the door. They're being paid by, I'm sure, by the hour along with commission. So it's not a big deal for them to beat you down, but you make sure you look at that paperwork, and we'll get more into that in future videos on what to look in paperwork. Another paperwork one to look at is Car Edge. That YouTube channel goes over that in detail. Okay, they sold me extended warranty. I checked the website. Okay, right here, expired it. I checked the website when I got home, as I didn't have cell service at the dealership, and found the listing on my car was still up, and the price listed was almost $2,000 less than what the selling price on my paperwork was. That doesn't include all the taxes and fee. I'm talking the initial sales price, the one they gave me. The salesman left me a voicemail the next day begging me to send more customers his way, which seems a bit unprofessional to me. Some of the trim flew off on I-91 after less than a week of owning this car, and they put up a fight when I asked them to replace it. Again, once you leave there, nowadays dealerships are different. Back in the day, dealerships cared. You didn't have the internet and stuff, so dealership contacts were very important. Nowadays, they're just not. Unfortunately, they just don't give a shit about anybody or anything. It's sell you the car, close the door, you're gone. I know dealers, if I went back on things like this, I'd be like, hey, I'll fix that. Or, hey, let me take care of that. That's customer service. And this channel, we will hit some of those dealerships. We're not only going to go do negative, we're going to do some positive too on here. So that way you have dealerships that are worth going to. We want to give you the dealerships to stay away from and the dealerships to go to. They put out a fight when asked to replace it. And to top it all off, I took the car in for a recall a few months after purchase, I think December or January, and didn't get it back till almost a week later. They had advanced notice we were bringing it in, but took at least 2 days to order the parts because they planned on just welding it. The part was so damaged that luckily they didn't do that, but it made me question extensive inspection they claim they have done on all used cars. I like my car, but I know I wanted to buy if I'd have known I wanted to buy a Traxxon, I would have gone to Dylan's Chevy. So, that was by DJ Whiteman. It's just poor customer service, really. It comes down to customer service and how they are nowadays. It's not like the old days. So you guys, when you're buying cars, you have to be careful. And more than anything, don't give them the upper hand. You need to stay in control. The less information you give them, the more control you're in. Don't tell them how bad you need the car. Don't tell them you're doing a trade-in. Wait until the time's right to do all that stuff. Sit there, let them talk, let them tell you the stuff. If you're doing a trade-in and they're walking around your car, keep your mouth shut, because they're going to point out the stupidest little things that do not matter at all to them. But if they point out a little scrape, oh yeah, I didn't know that was there. That's money. Ching. Money's off your vehicle right there. Your trade-in. Don't say a single thing as they go around, and vice versa. When you're in doing a test drive, what's that noise? That's squeaking. Oh, there's a little shimmy in the wheel. Do it right back. Play their game. Okay. Here's another one. By far the worst car buying experience I have ever had. The truck was filthy and damaged upon delivery. It was a fight to get them to repair the damage. Bobby accused me of damaging the vehicle. I had to show them the pictures of the truck and their own ads to prove that the damage was there before delivery. Now I am stuck with a brand new truck with no dealership to work on it. This is from Ram the Man. Yeah, you could have gone a couple different ways. You didn't need to keep that truck at that point. You could have returned that truck or got it fixed, forced them to fix it the right way. And there is a lot of dealerships out there that are good dealerships to work on your vehicle. So don't be discouraged by these morons. Down next, he says, Burger King has better customer service. The whole experience from the paperwork to Bobby's crusty attitude to the vehicle's delivery was disappointing. Yeah. Again, some of these dealers, it's customers don't matter no more. Customers are a number. And I think a big reason, honestly, is like the internet. The internet lets a lot of people from out of state even know to come and purchase from them. So it's just not like a local community anymore. I used to be one of those that said, hey, let's get rid of these freaking dealers. I'm done with dealers. No more dealers. Let's just buy directly from the factory. But after thinking about it, that's probably not the best thing, because if you do that, you're not able to touch the vehicles. You're not able to feel the vehicles. You're not able to have a rapport with a good salesman. I have a great salesman. I'll mention that again in future videos. I call him for everything. It's just some people make the experience worth it, and unfortunately some don't. Okay, this is the last review we're doing because it is running along, because I rambled a little bit and I do apologize. Terrible overall. I would like to express my extremely terrible, okay, that didn't make sense, extremely terrible, my my buying experience was a Summit Jeep. Okay, so I'm assuming they're just saying that they had a bad experience. Okay, hopefully the rest is easier to read than that. How am I extremely unhappy and feel taken advantage of? Every step of the way was completely frustrated and done wrong. From letting me take the new car home for a night and then making me take my original car back. I apologize, I haven't read all these. I just went down through and I clicked some of them. So I haven't read this one yet. To my paper, okay, take my new car back. To the paperwork that was filled out incorrectly over and over and over. I myself had to point out the numerous paperwork errors and tell them to take it back to fix it before I would sign anything. That's pretty fracked up because honestly, again, what's dealership's responsibility? Like their job is to sell vehicles, to fill the paperwork out correctly, to get you your title, your registration, to get you squared away to where you don't have to worry about this. And the part about bringing a vehicle home, some dealerships, this sounds like it was done wrong, but you sign documents. This is hard because normally if a dealership, you go with a vehicle and they say, hey, we want to come back and we need you to re-sign stuff. You tell them to frack off. No, I'm not going to do it because they're going to up something. They're screwing you somehow when you do that. Once you get that vehicle and you're off the lot and you signed your paperwork, do not go back and re-sign it. No matter what, just do not do it. Make sure once you sign the paperwork, you have every copy of that too. This sounds like they did the paperwork wrong. So honestly, I'm not 100% sure if they did it wrong. Well, it depends. If they did it wrong and they put the wrong APR down or something, that's on them. That's their issue, not your issue. But the good rule of thumb is do not return a vehicle once you've left the lot. Also, if you've had a trade-in, or not necessarily a trade-in, but they're paying off a previous balance on another vehicle, you make sure that that's done immediately. They have so many days to do that because otherwise you can go a month or two where they're carrying that money and not paying off yours, and then you're making two payments. So be careful with all that. Okay, sign anything. The interest rate after I was already approved and locked in for change overnight and twice again after the initial approval. Okay, like we're just talking. If it was initial, if it was say it's 6%, right? And they say, hey, the paperwork's wrong. We need you to redo it. And you have that paperwork and it's correct. And then they want you to come in and re-sign when it has 8%. Don't do it. Do not do it. Let them fight you on it. Do not do it because you have legally. It's just like if you make an error. If you make an error and you sign paperwork that has all these add-ons that you don't know about because they didn't tell you, or these extended warranties, or this gap insurance, or any of this stuff that you just don't know about, you can't go back a couple days later and say, hey, I want the pinstriping and all this stuff off. Too late. You signed the paperwork. Same goes on their end. If they make a mistake like that, that's on their end. So just do not bring the vehicles back. And if you do, if you're really thinking about it, get a hold of the Consumer Assistance Program, or your Attorney General, or your DMV. I know in some states it's DMV, which is weird to me, but I've heard that through TK's Garage that DMV also does that. So get hold of somebody and get guidance. Don't just do it because 99% of the time when you're doing it, it's just be screwed. Okay. Don't leave me at once. This will approve it. It made me so uncomfortable, I had to leave at once. Another major issue when reviewing my purchase agreement was that I was promised $18,000 for my Nissan Rogue trade-in, plus new Jeep rebates. What they did instead was added rebates from the Jeep to their surprise $6K lower trade-in price that was never told to me for my Nissan. I do apologize, but some of these, I don't understand what they're saying. but I will read them as it is. I'm assuming that's the dealership screwed up, and that's why it's, to their surprise, they screwed up. So they're trying to get her to come and re-sign the paperwork. So all along, I thought I was given my asking price for my trade-in and was not. I never actually got the rebates off the retail price of the new Jeep. When leaving the dealership that day, I signed the contract. No one ever gave me options of how to take care of my new registration or offered me ways to work it into my financing. This dealership sucks. I'm sorry. All these are like first grade things for dealerships. So them screwing up on all these little things and not being there, it's just first grade level shit that they're doing. I have not even had my 2019 Jeep Cherokee for 1 month yet. A piece of plastic body molding by my driver's side window flew off while I was driving. Bringing this brand new vehicle that cost $50,000 is not something that should be falling apart within the first year, let alone the first 30 days. I brought my Jeep to the dealership to have someone check it out. His response was, "Oh, that must have happened when they loaded it off the truck. The bracket is broken. That's the only way that could have happened." So that means Summit dealership taped or glued this broken piece back onto their car that I bought as brand new and never even told me that it was broken. I feel so uneasy, just worried about what else they have covered up or have hidden from telling me about this car. Today, I got a piece replaced at Summit Jeep. I walked out to look at my car and the new piece they just put on, and it was scratched. And they scratched the side of my Jeep putting it on. I am appalled. All they did was apologize and say they'd fix it sometime in the future, and sometime in the future, and they would call me, and it says nothing else. They would call me nothing else. I am to point, well, I didn't even want this. Oh, okay, I apologize. I'll just read it. I am to point where, okay, I am at the point where I don't even want this Jeep anymore, and never had the happy thrill part of buying this new car. Overall, I would never tell anyone to go to this dealership. This is the worst experience I could have had and dealt with. I can't even believe they conduct business this way. Molly 12. I am sorry to hear this, Molly 12. Okay, guys, again, I'll let you go. I'll look around. I'll look at some Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New York, Massachusetts dealerships right in our New England area. See if I can find some stuff. I'm also going to start looking for some good dealerships and see what's out there for good dealerships. It's just important to know who to stay away from than it is to where to go. If I have to go far distance for a good dealership or close for a bad dealership, I'm going to go to the better one. So hopefully my next video is on a good dealership, but we will see if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad or if it's going to be some Dodge news about the new Challenger that's going to be, or Charger, I apologize. That's going to be coming out March 5th, I think it is. Yeah, I just saw some new pictures. I will actually throw them up right here while we're talking. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. It enters you into all of our giveaways from this point until the end of time. We're going to start doing giveaways. Starting 100 subscribers. Our giveaways can be anything from powder coating stuff to shirts to Bitcoin. We've done Bitcoin giveaways. We've done equipment giveaways. A little bit of everything. So, okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.